For the latest video in our agency search series, Steve Drake shares perspective on how to define measures of success in the agency search process.
A company really should think about its goals in terms of what are the business outcomes that they would like to achieve with the support and the resources brought by an agency. So from the get-go in the RFP, in the request for proposal, in the scope of work, a company really should outline that it's looking to increase sales, or it's looking to raise its share price, its stock price, or that they ultimately want to defeat or pass a piece of legislation. Those are business outcomes that should be supported, at least partially, by the agency in its work. So it's really articulating that at the beginning so that all the agency candidates that you're evaluating understand going in what the end game really is.
How can a company know if its goals or measures of success are reasonable?
Well, it's interesting. In some cases, if the goals that they've set out in that request for proposal document in the scope of work are not reasonable, it frankly is up to a good agency candidate to tell the client to be that it is not reasonable, or that they could really only partially, conceivably achieve part of that goal. At the end of the day, it really is incumbent on the agencies responding to your request for proposal to provide that kind of feedback somewhere in that process, either in the proposal or at the presentation stage.
In the search process, is there anything companies should be building in to ensure these goals are met?
During the search process, a very essential part of what each agency candidate should be asked to provide, both at the proposal stage as well as at the presentation stage, is how they will hold themselves accountable, meaning how they will report on their outputs as well as how they will report in response to achieving the outcomes that you've laid out. We make a point to do that in every agency search that we undertake, to really ask the agency to sort of hold its own feet to the fire and tell the client to be, again, how they will both report on their activity, but more importantly, how they will hold themselves accountable to the business goals that you've laid out at the outset.